Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Quilt Church. I'm Krista, and I'm here to show you what I've been quilting and stitching. Let's get started. Well, hey guys, I have so much to show you today. I'm so excited to be here as usual. I have things I'm going to show you of quilting. I have things I'm going to show you of cross stitch. I have new project bags that are going up on the Etsy shop really soon. I've got to get them photographed and I'll get them put up in the next few days. And then I have a little haul and to tell you about what fun things we did this week. So let's start with quilt stuff. Ta-da! The first one I want to show you is this quilt behind me that I finished up. I just finished the hand binding. The only thing left I have to do is do an embroidered quilt tag that says like what the pattern is and the year I made it and that I made it. So I have that yet to do, but this is my take on Layer Cake Loop, which is a free pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop that looks like this. If you just go on Fat Quarter Shop's website, they have free patterns that you can download, and lots of them are specific to pre-cuts, which I love because I had a layer cake of this really cute fabric. Kitty Loves Candy, I think. If that's wrong, I will put it up on the screen. I can't remember the line of it, but it's so cute. We'll do some close-up pictures too. I'll try and pop some of those in so you can see some of the actual motifs because they're so cute. There's little black cats and chickens and a barn and a little witch. It's just very, very cute. So this is Layer Cake Loop. It's my take on it though. I made, of course, some changes because it does not come with a pumpkin, the pumpkin squares. So the actual square to put this quilt together is this right here. So it's a large square, a rectangle, and a small square. And that size, I just used a free pattern too for the pumpkins, or maybe it wasn't free. It might be just a Lori Holtz pumpkins. Actually, I think it is free. If I find that link, I will put it in the description box below as well. But there are two different pumpkins. There's this one here that's just one solid pumpkin that's kind of sideways. And then there is the tall upright pumpkins over here. And you can do them either one full piece of fabric or you can do them scrappy. So you can see these two pumpkins that I put next to each other are one scrappy and one is solid. And there's more in here. So this one, I don't know, yeah, you can see this one down here is the long ways one, and it's scrappy as well. So I just used whatever scraps I had left over from my layer cake. I did add quite a bit of yardage. So this one I had yardage of, the pink with the stars on it I had yardage of, and the black with the stars on it I had yardage of to make this king size, because the pattern actually calls for, you know, one layer cake, and it only ends up 48 by 48. But I wanted a king size quilt for our bed for Halloween. So I'm pretty excited about this. I know it's July or coming into August, but I wanted to get this one done and quilted. The quilting on it is very cute too. I'll try to get a picture popped up here too of the backing so you can see the quilting a little better. But it's very cute. It has little pumpkins and kitty cats and little mice on it, which is so cute. My mom's like, I don't want mice on my bed at night. I'll be dreaming about them running around. But I thought they were so cute. So that's the first quilt I want to show you. I did put several borders on it. So this is just a 2.5-inch border of black with some pumpkins on it, and then another large border, and then I did do another 2.5-inch border of the pink, and that was just to get it to a large size so that it fit on the king size bed. And it is about 100 by 100. And I did long arm this myself on our newer Tin Lizzie. We have two, as I mentioned, and we just got the newer one back from getting serviced. And so this is the first large quilt we've actually finished on that machine, which was fun to do. I did have a little learning curve, and I did also have like some threading issues and this and that. So it took me a little while, but I'm glad I did it my own quilt on it first, so that if I messed up, you know, it's my own quilt. So it turned out really good. It did take me almost 6 hours to quilt this thing. It's so big. And the quilting is kind of tight. It's nice, but it's so big. So that's quilt number one. The next one I want to show you is this beautiful sunset. Isn't that so cute? Look like this. This is a foundation paper piece pattern I found free online, and I will link that below. And I had just bought some batiks when we were on our quilting shop hop, and just fat quarters, and so I put that together. And it has scrappy binding, same out of the batiks, and then the backing is stars. You guys will see a theme here at the Quilt Church that we just love stars. So white with stars on the back, and then this one has a really cute little quilting pattern too, which you can kind of see there. I wonder if I get it close this way, you'll be able to see it. It's a Drunkards Path quilting pattern, so it goes along with the Drunkards Path arches here, which were really not terrible to do. I was a little nervous about it, but it turned out really easy and fun. And I think I'm going to do the back of my quilted jacket like this, but maybe out of Quilt Church branded colors, of course. So Mom and a couple of her quilt friends and myself are going to go to a quilting class at the Quilted Bee over in Monticello. That's going to teach us how to make a quilted jacket. So we're excited about that. So that's my main project that I'm going to focus on after I get things recorded here and tell you all about what we're up to. But I need to get that going. I need to get that quilted because that's in August. So I want to get it all ready to go so that when the class comes around, I'm not like rushing to get something quilted and ready to go. But I think I'm going to do this on the back of my jacket. I think that'll be so cute. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so that was something new and fun, and I'll share that pattern with you guys. Let's see. Oh, speaking of the Quilted Bee, we went shopping there a few weeks ago. They were having a little sale, like sale event in the back room, trying to make room for new fabrics that are coming in, which they're really excited about. And so I bought lots of stuff. Oh, you guys, they had the entire lineup of strawberry lemonade on sale for $6 a yard. And I think they still have it right now. So you should run over there and check them out. So I bought a yard of every, and it was like, you know, minimum 1 yard cut. So I bought a yard of every one of the fabrics in the line. And then I did get some extra for like binding and borders and that kind of thing. So I have no idea what I'm going to make with it, but I just love that line so much. And when I found that sweet deal, I was like, I have to have it. So while I was there, I also bought this, which is an already done table runner. This is very unlike me. I can make this, obviously, but I was oohing and awing over this last fall when it was in their shop and they had kits, but they did not have this background fabric that looks kind of like wood. They didn't have that in stock, which I was bummed about. So I didn't end up getting it. I did end up trying to make something like this. I don't love how it turned out. Has to do with the quilting. It's a whole nother story. But this one, I thought, oh, I'll just buy it and now I'll have it. But they do all of their binding machine stitched on, and I just hate that. I'm sorry, I'm bougie when it comes to my binding. So I ripped out all the binding, the machine stitching on it, and I'm gonna hand stitch that down. So I have that as a little hand project to do in the evenings. So that's on my little short list of things to do. This next one is so exciting. I love this. So we have family friends that their mom had made this quilt top but had never gotten it quilted. And they have a special person in their life that is having a little boy. And so they asked if Mom and I would quilt it, get it quilted for them. And then they're going to give it to this special person at her baby shower that's coming up here. So a very special project. And we don't do this all the time. I'm not a long arm quilter for hire. But if there are special people in our lives that need something done like this, I love to do it. So the work of piecing this together is beautiful. It is navy blue kind of themed, and it's all batiks, and this pattern is just so cute. I'm gonna flip it around so you can see more of it. She did just such a great job piecing it together. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty. And you know, I've never made a batik quilt, but I love this. So I need to just get into my batiks. I have bought some and I just need to pull the trigger and get going. And then we just put navy blue thatched on the back. Let me pull this up because you'll be able to see this quilting. We did navy blue thatched which is very silky. I love this material, and I especially love it on the backing of a quilt. It's extra wide, so we didn't have to piece it, and I did just this loop, which I think is called ginger loops or something like that, as my long arm stitching, and it turned out so good. And we did the same navy blue thatched as the binding, and of course I hand stitched that on the back. And then we're gonna do a label for it, but not until after the baby is born. So they want to put like the baby's stats on it, his name and his birth date and weight and all that good stuff, which I love to do too. Another reason why I oftentimes will wait to give a baby quilt until after the baby's born, because I think that's special to have all those things on it. So that's great. So let me get this folded up, and then we'll go on to the next thing. Oh, one thing I should show you. Obviously there's already stars on here, but this is like my little signature. Can you see that? Maybe you can see better this way. I will do just a little hand zigzagged, or not zigzagged, a hand stitched star, and it's kind of floppy in the corner, in the bottom corner for it, which is just special. That's just like my little love note to whoever is getting this quilt. Okay. So that's it for quilting things that I have done. But big projects. I mean, I finished this one. I had to do borders on it. I had all the piecing together for a while, but I had to, actually put the pieces together and put the borders on and quilt it and bind it. So we got a lot done there, which was awesome. So that's it for quilts. Let me reset and I will show you what we have for cross stitch. Just a minute. Okay, I'm back. And you can see that I changed out the background so you get a better view of this gorgeous, gorgeous quilt. So this is the one I was just talking about, that it's made out of all batiks, or mostly batiks, and is going to a very special friend who's having a baby. And this special friend's grandmother actually pieced the quilt together, and then I just did the quilting of it. And I think if I do this, you'll be able to see that quilting again. So how exciting. So for your viewing pleasure. Okay, let's talk about cross stitch. I don't have a ton of cross stitch to show you today, but that's okay. We're mostly a quilting place, right? So the first one I have been working on is these stitch cards from Be In My Bonnet. It's set U, the letter U, and they are the cutest little, oh here, this is all of them. They're the cutest little Americana stars. So I'll show each one of those to you. I just thought they were so cute. They were speaking to me. I have not stitched any of the stitch cards before. She has a ton of lineup. She's all the way through letter U. And each one is kind of themed, and they're so cute. That's Lori Holt, of course, one of my favorite designers. But these ones were speaking to me with the Americana and the stars, and it's July. And I think I'll get these finished in July. That's my plan. I'm crossing my fingers, but here's my progress. And I am just gonna do all 4 of the stitch cards together. And then I don't know how I'll finish. I'm thinking about making it into a little pillow with maybe some rickrack around the edge. And at the lake, we have a place, we have a nice shelf that has like cutesy Americana stuff on it. And I thought would be pretty over there. So I think that's what I'll do. The other option is to put it in a frame and do basically the same thing, just set it up there. So we'll see what I decide. And I think it kind of depends on how big this is gonna end up as to whether or not I can find a frame that makes sense for it. So if I can't, a pillow it is, which is easy for me. I love to sew. So I am stitching this on 14 count Ada by Witchell, and it's called White Chocolate, and everything is in this little Americana bag. So I've got all of my little floss flowers with the 4 called for flosses, and there's just 4 colors here. And I did buy the kit from Fat Quarter Shop, and I think these are, yeah, they're all DMCs. So, and it's just called for DMCs. And I think they called for 14 count Ada, but also not in this color. They were looking for something a little darker. But this is the project bag it's in. that I made. And I've got my scissors in there and needles and fabric and my project. So there it is again. So I just have this last square to finish. I've got started on the border. I just have the last square to finish. So there you go. That's one. And then the other one that I have not actually started on yet, but I do have completely kitted up, and I cut and strung thread on just the other night. Look at these beautiful colors. I've got to put these on a ring. Just look at them. There's like some really vibrant colors in here, which is outside of my normal comfort zone, but I am pumped about. Like, look. Anyway, so pretty. And the pattern that I am going to stitch is by Sprouting Lupine, and you can find her on Instagram and Etsy. And the pattern is called the Unicorn's Garden. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well. Oh yeah, it's coming up good. The Unicorn's Garden, which is so pretty. And I am planning on stitching it on 32 count Lugana in the color charcoal that I bought at Fat Quarter Shop. We'll see. I have not loved stitching on blacks. It's been hard for me to see, but I'm gonna try it. And maybe this charcoal will be a little easier. Just looking at it, it might be okay. But I think these colors are just gonna pop so much on this. Let me show this to you. They're just gonna pop right off of that fabric. So that's exciting. And I think I'll do 2/2. I think that's what's called for. Yeah, 2/2. It's called for in 28 count, so this is going to be a little bit smaller. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll start 2/2, and if it looks like it's too tight on the 32 count, I might switch to 1/1. But if I do that, I'm going to have to watch some tutorials. I have such a hard time starting and stopping just one thread of fabric, or one thread of floss. You know, when I stitch 2 threads, I do the loop method, and so it's super easy to get started, but I'm hoping I can find a tutorial on something like a little easier. I know I've seen videos for that, so I'm gonna work on that. And all of that is being housed in this cute little bag I made. And it's just fun. And bright colors, and a lot of the colors in that floral fabric in the background are also in this pattern. So very excited. I will link Sprouting Lupine's Etsy shop and her pattern down below for your pleasure. And then I have one more thing to talk about with relation to cross stitch. I have been at a cross stitch retreat for the last, I don't know, 12 or 14 hours, I guess. Well, maybe a little more. It started at 5 o'clock last night, and it's a virtual retreat that is hosted by Stephanie at Lindy Stitches. And they have a free pattern that they give to all the attendees. It was so affordable. I want to say it was like $8 or $9 for me to participate, and they have tons of things going on. You can hear Cooper running around in here. Cooper, go lay down. Oh, good boy. Climb up there and lay down. That's a good boy. So this retreat is awesome. I have never done a retreat before for cross stitch. I have definitely never done one that was virtual, and it has been really fun. So they have some kind of a platform that runs, and you get to choose what you want to do of all the activities that are happening. And it started last night at 5 o'clock, and it ends like late tonight, like at midnight or something. And it was like all night long too. There were people in the virtual stitching rooms all night long, I imagine. There was like one stitching room that was called 24-hour stitch. Like they were gonna literally stitch for 24 hours, which good for them. I needed sleep. So anyway, there was a free pattern that we got called Midsummer Stitch, and it was by Tiny Modernist. And this is my start on it. I am nearly finished. So have a look at this. It is so cute. It has a little spool and a needle and thread looping around in the middle. And then it has a little moon and some stars and some floral motifs on the sides. And I'll pop up a picture here too, because I think a photo might do better. It's just a little small. This fabric is 5x5, so it's maybe like 4x4 when it's finished. I have no clue how I'll finish. The only thing I have left to do is to finish this floral motif down here, and then it does say Midsummer Stitch at the bottom, and then I'm hoping I can fit in 2024 somewhere, and I'm not sure where I'll tuck that in, but I'll put the year in here someplace too, just to commemorate my very first cross stitch retreat. I'm excited. There are some of my favorite YouTubers that are gonna be stitching this afternoon, so I can't wait to sit in and stitch with them and hopefully maybe ask them some questions and chat with them. But it's been fun. I've chatted with ladies from all over the US. We sat and showed each other our finishes, just like asking questions and chatting about life while we're sitting there stitching. So it's been fun. I've just been stitching at my desk, which is unusual for me. I'm usually like a couch stitcher. But for my laptop and all that stuff to be up for this, I've been stitching at my desk, and it's been okay, but my desk looks like a mess over there. I gotta get that cleaned up. So that's it. I think I was hoping that I would do some Christmas in July stuff. I'm not sure I'll get that started. We'll see. Maybe. We've had some stuff going on that has prevented me from that. So that's that. All right, let's talk about haul. And then I'll show you bags that are going up on the shop in just a minute. So on Friday, it has been just like all quilting and stitching. This is what happens in the summertime. I'm so busy at work in the winter, and then in the summer I lean in so hard to all of my crafting because I've missed it so much during the winter time. So Friday we went to a one-stop shop hop in Wabash, Indiana. There were like 26 or 28 shops there. We went around to each one of them and did some shopping. If you went to each one of them, you got like a number from their shop and matched it up with a flower. Like one of them was sunflowers and the other one was lilacs and whatnot. And once you got to all the shops and matched up the flower and the number, you turned in your card, and that put you in a drawing for winning a prize. So the shop hop is also going on today, the day I'm recording this, and so I don't know if I've won yet or not. So if I do, we'll definitely share that. But it's, unlikely. I never win at those things. But I did do some shopping. Go figure. What did we buy? The first thing I stopped and bought were 2 panels that turn into the cutest things. So let me hold up the first one. It is Noah's Ark, and you follow the instructions on this panel to create Noah's Ark, which you can kind of see the ark shape there. And then you also sew together all of the animals, so like 2 by 2, all the animals, and then there's some Velcro involved, and then they all fit inside of the ark, and it's just like a little kid's toy. I think it's so cute. So I'm excited to try that one. Let's see who this is by. Noah's Ark, Stacy, Itsu, and it's a Moda fabric. So if you Google that, you could find this online, I'm sure. So Noah's Ark by Stacy, Itsu by Moda. So very cute. So I love that one. I'm excited to try that. And then the next one I bought is basically a horse barn. It's called Ponderosa. And I guess, I thought it had other animals. I was thinking it was like a whole barn with different animals, but it's just horses. It's still very cute. And then here's the barn on the back side. Oh, this little tag says, this horse barn belongs to, and it has a spot for you to put their name. That's cute. Let's see who this one is by. Maybe the same. Here we go. Yes, Ponderosa by Stacy Itsu for Moda Fabrics. So same thing. It's just really cute. They had samples of them made, which is really what did it for me. I would not have bought this if the panel was just hanging up there. I had to see the samples and had to see them have it finished before I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. And that is cute. And I need that in my life. So those are those 2. And really, as you know, I made tons of baby quilts, but all those babies get older. You know what I mean? They have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th birthdays, and they need handmade gifts from Aunt Krista for those as well. But no promises, okay? Every baby gets a baby quilt, but that's it. I'm not making any other promises, okay? Only if I have time. Okay, what else did we buy there? Our friend Judy bought the quilt kit for this one, Midnight Rose Garden. It is dang cute. And they had a sample of this too. Quilt shops out there, if you want people to buy your stuff, you got to show us what it's going to look like. I loved it. It was really stunning. Definitely like the most beautiful quilt we saw there at the quilt shop. or the shop hop. It was the prettiest one. So very cute. Our friend Deb bought a couple of patterns, and she's just letting me share these with you guys. This one is called Spring in the Rain by Flamingo Toes, and it's a row quilt, and it has the sun and umbrellas and raindrops and rain boots and little pinwheels and flowers and hearts, and then those little houses at the bottom. I think you can see that okay. So that's cute. She also bought these two different designs from Pink Park Street Designs, which I think is a local. Yeah, they're from Barron Springs, Michigan. And this one is it's golf bag. She's big into golf. And my dad golfs quite a bit. And he goes to something called the Ali Uga, which is a big golf tournament. There's like over 100 guys that go every year. And they do a fundraising auction. And so Deb's like, Sue, Mama Sue, you got to make a quilt like this and have it auctioned off. So we'll see if she'll do it, but it's cute. And then she also bought Fiona from the same designer. Look at that cute little flamingo. Her granddaughter has a Fiona, the flamingo that she loves. So that's cute. We also got this one. It's a Layla Boutique by Vanessa Gertson. It's called Wild Hair, and I have seen this one, and I love the fabric. It's Love Struck, and I do have some of this fabric. So I don't know what I was going to do with Love Struck, but maybe this is it now that we bought the pattern. So, and sharing is caring. You know what I mean? Like, we love to, my elderly mom and all of her friends, that's an inside joke, okay? We like to quilt and make quilts that are like the same, all at the same time. And so we will share patterns. This one, it's a fabric cafe. It's just called Freedom. I liked it a lot. It has little friendship stars that kind of go around in a circle. So, and then just stripes. It's just Americana. And it's a 3-yard, like most of the Fabric Cafe patterns. It's a 3-yard quilt pattern. So you just need 3 yards of fabric, and there you go. That's easy to do. All right, I got talked into this one. It's called Kokomo Corn. Shout out to my Kokomo family and friends. I have 2 friends and family over there. This is a paper pieced corn stalk. It was very cute. Also a sample. Also the backdoor quilts, it looks like, had this made, and they decided I needed that. You know, we're farmers and I work with farmers, and this really would be very cute hanging up in my office. So, and I have promised some friends that I would teach them or do like a little short class on paper piecing. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I've definitely done a little paper piecing. And so maybe I'll use this one and everyone will get some corn to hang up for the fall. All right, we also got this book, Annie's Quilting Colorful Quilts for Kids. And the real reason we got it is for this right here. It's a barn and a tractor and some corn. A little bit of a farming theme there. But there are 10 fun quilts in this book, and they're very cute. So there's 2 that I'm really interested in. This is a little, let's see, this is a little bigger picture of the barns. And then there's one other that I really liked. Let me see if I can find it for a little close-up. This one I think is so cute. I guess I like the bright colors in this one. I think it's really pretty. And then what is this one called? Wildflower Patch. Oh, it's cute. I like that one a lot. So there's good stuff in there. And this is so affordable. These were $15 and you get 10 quilt patterns. So the Annie's has lots of good books. I think we have another one that we just bought that I liked as well. And then the gals, Mom and her friends, have been making these pillows together. These are Riley Blake Designs pillows, and they're like holiday themed. So this one is little Christmas ornaments. And that's cute. They made the America one. Oh, you'll see that when I get the video posted for our Wisconsin Quilting Shop Hop. Mom worked on the American one, the like 4th of July one there. So you'll see pictures and video of that. But they also bought There's a fall one that has like fall leaves and pumpkins on it, and a spring one that has just like a big spring flower. But they're all the same size, which is awesome. So you just make one pillow form, and then you can make several of these, and then just change them out for the holidays, which I love. I think that's so fun to be able to kind of decorate your house with your crafting projects. And they're definitely using the zipper back pillow method, which I can also link below because we don't make pillows envelope anymore. Got to be zipper backed. Okay, and then the last thing I got, we went to the Quilted Bee. So we had already seen the Quilted Bee at the quilt show. They had a booth there. But then on the way home, we went right through Monticello, so we had to stop. And I stopped and got this little fabric stack, which I'll show you in a little more detail. And I'm planning on doing a 3-yard quilt with this. I found a pattern online that I have to either recreate myself or buy. And this is going to a special little girl that I did not know when she was born. So we weren't really friends with that family, or very close friends with that family. And she's about to have a little sibling. And so I thought, I can't give the new baby a baby quilt without giving Sophia a quilt as well. So this is the one I'm going to work on. This is just green and it has some rainbows on it. This is really why I bought it. Can you see that? It's like little hearts and all these bright colors. So that'd be the background. And then this is another color that goes with it. It's kind of a flower motif. And then I'm planning on using this as the binding. I love a stripe binding, and it's bright and cheery and fun. And then I got enough fabric too to do the backing. And that one is really cute too. Let me see if I can find out who this is. It's all the same collection. It's called Chasing Rainbows by Emily Dumas by Henry Glass and Company. So I can link that. This one might be different. I don't think this was part of the lineup, but it just coordinated well. Yeah, this one's called Sun Showers by Christina Camilli from Maywood Studios. So I'll try and link those in the description box below in case you are interested in finding this fabric. I just loved all the bright cheery colors. And it reminded me of Sophia. So, good. I want to get on that one, because that'll be a quick and easy one. I'll pop up a picture right now of the quilt I'm thinking about doing, the pattern. And it's pretty basic. It's just stars and an Irish chain. So I think I can do that. I think I can figure that out. Okay, that's all I have for haul, things that I purchased in the last couple of weeks. The last thing is just to show you new project bags that are going up on the Etsy shop soon. So I'm going to get these photographed and posted hopefully about the same time as this video goes live. So be looking for them. This is the first one. This is a vinyl front. It has little knitting balls and knitting needles on it. Has a nice double zipper. This is one of those Lori Holt double zippers with the handle, and then the backing is this pretty kind of I don't even know what to call that, but just like pinks and blues. And new on this one is my logo on a little tag. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to place that, but I put it on this one on the back. So you might see those in different locations till I get kind of a groove going. But it just says Quilt Church on it. So you'll always know where your pretty little project bag came from, so you can buy more from me. So there's that. This one is a very similar motif or similar coloring, just basically backwards or inside out. So the kind of swirly patterns on the inside, and the knitting yarn balls and the needles are on the back. Same thing, this one has a very nice double zipper and the handle. Vinyl front. This one's a little bit bigger, so that one's a little smaller. This one's a little bit larger. And I wanted to make these a little bigger because I really think you could put your knitting things in here. Like, I think if you have a small knitting project, you could definitely put it in here. So this one has a blue double zipper on it. The quilting on this is just kind of a florally pattern. It's very cute. This one is kind of like vintage, I'm gonna call it. Definitely the background is vintage fabric. You probably heard me say that I've inherited some fabric from different people. Because I'm going to make good use of it, and I promise to make good use of it. So that is a vintage panel there. And then I just paired it with this kind of mauve colored little white heart. Has a white zipper and handle, and then has this cute little hexagon cheater panel on the back. But they coordinate so well. Just think that one's really cute if you're into that kind of color line. This one is bright and cheery and fun. It's all lemons. So there's white fabric on the background that has lemons, and then the blue header here is also lemons, which is the same as the back, with some yellow trim. And this one has a nice big zipper on it. It has a loop, and it's a little heavier plastic zipper, but also vinyl front on that one. And then the rest of these are actually all about the same. I know I kind of brag that all of mine are individually made and unique, and they are, but most of these that you're gonna see next are pretty much the same. And it's because I bought a yard of this super cute Halloween fabric, and I could not finish these and make these. So take a look at that fabric first. Isn't that cute? And it's just got black trim on it, a white zipper that stands out nicely. And then it's black with stars on the back. And the quilting on this is little candy corn, which I don't know that you'll be able to see here. Not really, but it's very cute in person. So these are a little bit bigger too. So those two are finished and ready to go. Those are identical. And then I have 3 more here that I still have to do the hand binding on. So the same, and then these other 2 just have an orange zipper on them instead. So I will list those separately so that you can choose whether you want the orange zipper or the white zipper. So there's that. Okay. I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out what I've been working on for the last week or so. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I want to just say thank you so much for all the love and support I've received after posting my very first YouTube video. It's super fun. This is a lovely hobby of mine. I've really enjoyed it. I really think that recording is going to help keep me accountable and keep progress moving, which is great. And I hope that I'm inspiring you guys as well to create and find new projects to work on. And yeah, this has been fun. I'm really excited. I'm really having a good time doing this. So come back and see me again. If you liked today, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't we'll try that again. If you liked what you saw today, hit the thumbs up button below and hit subscribe if you don't want to miss the next episode. Thank you. Have a great day. Happy stitching.